Hello, my name is Frederik Burkhardt. I'm product manager at Barco, and today I have the pleasure to introduce you to our new projection platform, the i600. And we have a lot of topics to cover. So first, I would like to introduce you to our projection portfolio and explain how the i600 fits in it. Then we'll talk about the 5 focus points that we took into account when designing the i600. We'll also talk about the target markets and how the i600 compares to our competition. And then we'll stop with a wrap-up. Important to remember, this session is pre-recorded, but the chat function is active. So if you have any question during the session or at the end of the session, feel free to ask your question and we'll get back to you with an answer as soon as possible. Okay. So i600, when we started the project, we really wanted to make sure that we got everything right. So we spent a lot of time talking to our customers, trying to figure out what they like about other products, where they see attention points. And here on this slide, we have a couple of quotes that we got from them. So stuff people said was, well, we really like how Barco makes premium projectors. We like the fact that you have your pulse electronics in there. The API is very useful. It makes our life a lot easier. And when we asked about attention points, some of the stuff we captured was like, yeah, for some applications, we would like even a smaller unit. And in some of our setups, the lens ratios you have available, they're not always 100% fit. So what we did then, while thinking about the concept, is we wanted to leverage on our strong points and work on our attention points. And that's how the i600 was born. And taking all of this into account, and talking to customers about the concept, we're convinced that the i600 is really the perfect projector for a very wide range of applications. Later on in the presentation, we'll also talk about some of those potential applications we see for it. All right, Barco's projection portfolio for single chip looks like this. We divide it in 2 big parts. So on top, you have the flagship line. Flagship line are the projectors where we focus on delivering products that have the best possible visual experience. The second group of projectors is our smart line. In the smart line, we focus more on delivering products with the best possible TCO, but they still need to keep their performance over time. Well, how does the i600 fit into this lineup? It's very clear to us that it's a flagship product, so we position it alongside the F80 projector. If we then look at the 5 points where we really focused on during this design, these are the 5 things that we thought were very important and spent most of our effort on. So first of all, the unit is compact and lightweight. We wanted to make sure that it was easy to use, and since it's a Barco product, we also paid a lot of attention to providing a premium image quality. The projector is also very fit to use in multi-channel setups, and of course we also thought about sustainability. And in the next slide, we'll talk about each of these topics more in detail. So the first one is compact and lightweight. So people who are familiar with the F80 product, this one is about 30% smaller. In terms of weight, we're below 22.6 kilogram, which corresponds to about 50 pounds. And this really means that it's a unit that can be handled by a single person, and it also helps to keep the shipping costs to a minimum. It's easy to use, so the software is based on our known Pulse software, which means that people who are familiar with other Barco products, it will be very easy for them to get on the new platform because they will recognize the menu structure and the way everything works. It also means that all the software we've been developing on the Pulse platform will be compatible with this projector. So we'll have the toolset there, the Pulse mobile application, our cloud platform IMS, and Prospector. We also wanted to make sure that you had several options for inputs. So by default, there are 2 inputs on the projector. There is an HDMI 2.1 and a DisplayPort 1.4, and both of them support HDCP 2.2. And next to that, there's also a spare slot number 2. And in slot number 2, you have a couple of options. Either you can decide to leave it empty, or you can use one of the optional input boards. So there are already a couple of existing input boards that are available on the UDX and UDM platform. So we have the Quad DP input card, we have the fiber input card that over time will be compatible with IPMX, and then there is also the quad SDI input card. The new card that is common is an HDBaseT card that supports this version 3 of the standard. Servicing, we want to make sure that you don't have any worries when you use the projector, so therefore we want to introduce the swap-based service model that we already use on the G series on the i600 as well. So how does it work? Well, in case you experience any problems, we will send you an advanced swap-based unit, and you go on site, you do the intervention, you take down the projector that has a problem, you install the swap unit, and you send back the faulty unit to Barco. And that's for you as a customer basically the end of the story. You can keep the swap unit at your site. In the background, what Barco will do, the faulty unit will be repaired and it will be placed back into our swap pool for future usage. Premium image quality, our next point. You must be able to wow your audiences, and in order to do that, we foresee 3 different brightness levels. There's a 8000, 10,000 and 14,000 lumen version. And what is unique on this platform is the fact that we can offer 4K UHD resolution at 120 Hz, while our competition is only capable of doing 60 Hz on a similar platform. One new thing that I will talk about more in the rest of the presentation is our new technology, which is known as Barco SuperShift technology, which will really take pixel shift to the next level. Next to that, we also have dynamic black on the platform. In terms of color, we go beyond the standard Rec 709 standard. We have the Pulse electronics on board on the platform, and it also offers a lot of advanced stereo options. So if you want to, you can do 120 Hz active stereo at 4K resolution, or alternatively, if you run at wide UHD resolution, you can go up to a refresh rate of 240 Hz. And next to that, we also support dual eye-point stereo. So on this slide, some extra information on Barco Dynamic Black and what is this all about. On the left side, you see the original image, and some of our competitors already have some conventional dynamic dimming on their projectors. And what is really happening there is that once you display a darker image, what they will do is they will lower the brightness of the lasers. And this will indeed result in better black levels, so as you can see on the picture in the middle. But at the same time, you kind of lose the punch in your highlights, which is visible on the sun image at the center. With Barco Dynamic Black, we do it in a different way. So we are capable of, on one side, improving the black level, but at the same time, we can keep your highlights. So basically, in the end, what you'll get is an image that looks crispier and sharper than what you would get in case you don't use the Barco Dynamic Black. And now we get to Barco SuperShift. So Barco SuperShift is really the reason why we can offer the best 4K UHD images in the market. So what is Barco SuperShift about? It's basically a technology that combines pixel shift technology with another technology that is known as super resolution. So if we look more into detail, pixel shift technology, most of us are already familiar with it. What we do is basically we offset 2 images half a pixel from each other, and in that way increase the resolution of the image. And what is now added with super resolution, it's a technology that already is used, for example, in medical imaging, where several low resolution images are combined to form one higher resolution image, and the end result is that we basically get the sharpest 4K UHD images that are available. And the great thing is that we can do it without adding any latency, because all of the processing that is needed for this super shift is basically integrated in our single-step processing. The unit is also perfectly fit for multi-channel applications. Since we have the pulse electronics in there, you'll get the blending, you'll get the warping and the advanced color matching that you need in order to get to a nice image. And at the same time, we have a full new lens range to support all your different setups. So on this slide, we have an overview of all the different lenses we have available on this platform. They will be called the ILD lens series, and we start with 2 ultra short throw lenses, one with a throw ratio of 0.37, and then there is a second one with 0.5 as a throw ratio. And from that point onward, We have zoom lenses that start with a throw ratio of 0.65 and they go all the way to a throw ratio of 7.4. So no matter what kind of setup you're in, you'll be able to find the lens that fits your setup. Sustainability. At Barco, we care about the sustainability of our products. So we look at sustainability not in terms of the energy usage of our products, but we also look at the material that is used, how we package stuff. So we make a lot of effort to improve on this factor. And because of all of these things, we managed to get EcoScore A on this platform, and people who are interested in learning more about our sustainability efforts at Barco, there's a link on the slide where you can get more information and an in-depth view on how we handle all of this. Target markets, we see a lot of potential target markets. They go all the way from themed entertainment to planetariums. And we're sure that there are a lot of other applications where this platform can be used as well. If you then compare the i600 to what our competition is offering, one of the big advantages, of course, is the use of the pixel shift, which allows us to have sharper 4K UHD images than our competitors. At the same time, we're also the only company that can offer 4K UHD resolution at a refresh rate of 120 Hz. The single person lift, making it easier to handle the projector, is also a big advantage. And then if you compare our technology versus some other technologies, we can guarantee long-lasting performance on this platform as well. So on this slide, we have an overview of the main product specs. A lot of the elements we have already talked about, so I'll only highlight the stuff that we have not yet covered. So first of all, it's a single chip DLP projector with a laser phosphor light source, and it's using our next generation pulse electronics. On top of that, we have the super shift to present the best possible 4K UHD images. It's compact and lightweight, and next to a black housing, it's also available in a white housing. Service model is swap-based. You have 360-degree free orientation, and it supports advanced stereo capabilities. Now, as a wrap-up, an overview of all the value propositions linked to this product. So we've talked about all of them. First of all, it's a compact and lightweight unit, can be handled by a single person. It's easy to use thanks to our pulse electronics and all the software that comes to it. We offer premium image quality, 4K at 120 Hz. We have Barco Dynamic Black and Barco Super Shift on board, and it can be used for multi-channel applications where we have a full range of lenses fitting your application. And next to that, we also made a lot of efforts to create a sustainable product. So we're getting close to the end of this presentation. So what I would like to do is invite you to our booth at ISE in Barcelona. We're in Hall 2, booth 2M100, and I will be there, my colleagues will be there, and we will gladly give you additional information on the i600 or on any other projection platform you could be interested in. As we said in the beginning, this is a pre-recorded session, but the chat box is live, so if you have any remaining questions, feel free to ask them now. We will get back to you with an answer as soon as possible. thank you for joining the session, and the session will be available for rewatch. We'll be providing the links to this session to you later on. Thank you.